Welcome to Flyshikis TV, an Afro-centered media channel that positively highlights people that look like you and me, from the motherland to any other land. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and experience culture through our eyes.
So welcome to Flyshikis TV. We are the only Afro media channel that is focused on unifying Africans and people of the diaspora. Man, let me tell you, today on this episode, we have an important guest on this show today. I mean, let me tell you, I can't wait. I have a lot of questions that I want to ask you. She's a stylist, she's a fashion model, somebody that's actually made a fashion statement in the fashion industry. So Miss Nyakim, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's so great to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. So like I said, I have a lot of questions that I do want to ask you. What are your thoughts on the situation with the Professor Lieberman and the thread of tweets that, claimed that you were the darkest person on earth? What are your thoughts on that?
So the rumor that went on that I was the darkest person on earth came about in 2020. And when that rumor came about, I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, how on earth can they determine or know who's the darkest person or who's the lighter person on earth is, So that's why I was like, this is just a rumor. So, but it went on, like people just kept sharing it and following me and sharing it. And I was getting all these, following from it. And I'm like, but can't be true. So eventually they went ahead and post, the Guinea World Record post saying that, oh, Nyakim is like, it's not. They confirmed that it's a rumor. So I was like, okay, they cleared out, everything is done. And then about 2 years later, it's still going on. It's people, they still sharing it until today. So I felt like I had to speak out and tell people this is not true. This is outrageous. I know there's no way that anyone could determine who's the darkest person in the world or who's the lightest person. So this is just a rumor, and I will appreciate it if people just, don't stop spreading this rumor out. So at first I was just confused, It didn't really affect me. I wasn't like hurt by it or I wasn't offended by it. I was just like, this is some ridiculous, statement. Somebody's making a ridiculous statement. But that's literally was my feeling on that. And now since I made that comment, I feel like maybe it cleared out because I didn't speak on it for the past 2 years because I felt like since they spoke on it, I thought that would have just, let the rumor die down. But about the tweet that Dr. Lieberman made, I knew that his intention was pure. I feel like he was trying to give me a compliment, but he chose the wrong word. And the word that he chose is very racist, right? I don't think that a black doctor, if they see my picture and wanted to share it, I don't think they would choose the word freak of nature, right? But definitely. Because he's a white doctor, and I knew that like it might have come from a good place, but somehow without even knowing, you was being racist, right? Yeah. For me, and like I said before, like it did not affect me. I like I wasn't like so hurt, like oh my God, But I know the feeling because I have been in position where I've been told, you this, you're that, you're freak, you look like under the bed, you're so ugly, you this.
That's crazy.
I've been told all these things before, and at that point of that time of my life, that affected me. It affected me to the point that it led me to a depression. It led me to trying to harm myself. It led me to a mental, and just not being here, not being present. I was all up. So imagine if you saying this freak of nature to a little girl, little Nyakim.
I've been thinking about that.
Like, I can't imagine. And she Googled, the definition of freak of nation, and I even get emotional about it. Not because, because I'm like, it's not okay to dehumanize a human being just because of the color of their skin.
Right.
Can't do nothing about it. It's definitely not okay. He chose the wrong word, and I'm so grateful that I had a whole community, a Black community that was behind me, that was willing to fight that battle for me before I even find out about this tweet. And this tweet can affect another little Black girl somewhere else in Africa, in Atlanta, in anywhere. They see this tweet and they're like, oh my God, if this doctor is calling Queen of Doug, this whole supermodel freak of nature, how about me? Like,
definitely.
Like I'm not even known, but so it's like, so I felt like that was the reason why I felt like I had to speak up on it. Otherwise, I could have just brushed it off my shoulder, because I've heard so many negative on my skin color, and I build a tough skin. I have a tougher skin now. Where, you know, I'm like, you know what? If this doesn't affect me, go this year. But that was racist comment, and I felt like I'm happy that I'm addressing it. You know, even though I know it's coming from a good place. But the wrong word, and that's the reason you chose those words. That's a reason, you know. And that I feel like.
Wow, your answer is so pure. You know, I just feel like, you know, us Black people, we've been through so much that we don't want to take no ish from nobody, you know. So at any slightest thing, even if it may be coming from a good place, we're like, nah, we're coming from you, you know what I'm saying? Because this is like over 400 years ago.
400 years.
Yeah, exactly. So like we're at a point where we don't want to take anything, you know. But I feel like, in a way, from what you're telling me, that it kind of gave you more publicity. You know what? You know, sometimes they say bad marketing is good marketing. I feel like you said, even the Guinness Book of Records, they clarified it. Just the fact that you got there for them to clarify something in itself, to me, that, you know, I'm just an entrepreneur and I'm always thinking like business. I feel like that was also like a way that it actually gave you more like boost, and they came like, who's this person, and got to know who you are.
It sure did. I'm so grateful for that. Whoever started that rumor, I am a little bit grateful for you.
Definitely.
I am grateful for you, because it did. It did boost my social media following. It did, you know, it got a lot of people talking about me, asking about me, knowing who I am, and, you know, so it did 100%.
Definitely.